Okay, today we'll discuss about three important commands in Splunk called rex, regex, and erex. Okay, these three commands basically deals with regular expressions, and as you know, regular expressions we use to find pattern in our data, right? To use to basically extract the pattern in our data. Now, Splunk supports Perl compatible regular expressions. Okay, so for that, I generally use this website to know what are the different expressions, regular expressions I can use. I'll be sharing this link in the video description as well. And also, I use another regular expression engine where you can test your regular expression, like by giving any test string and your regular expression, you can test the regular expression as well. I'll show you that one as well. So I will discuss some of these regular expressions whenever possible in my examples. Okay, other stuff you have to use it in your daily basis as needed. Okay, so the first command we'll be discussing about called rex command. So rex command is used to extract a field from your data. That means suppose you have a very lengthy string. From there you will be extracting some information and you will be creating a new field out of it. Then you have to use a rex command. So what is the syntax of rex command? First let us take it look at it. So rex needed a field to work into it. So in this case, it could be raw underscore raw field, or it could be any field you have created there, and then your regular expression. Okay, so let me show you my initial data. So I have a data like this one. So it is basically giving us a log of our email system, from where it is giving us the from email and to email, the date timestamp, and what is the info about that email exchange. Okay, so my first example will be to extract this from email id and this to email id from this data. Okay, so first I'll copy this line. First we'll develop that regular expression. Okay, here. So as I said, here you have to give your regular expression. So now what we'll do here is we have to start with from this form, right? So if you see here, ab matches this string ab. So what I'll give from here, then I have a colon here in my data, and then I have angle bracket. If you see it is not matching anything because I have a space over here as well. So before that I have to match the space. To match the space, the regular expression is slash s. So I'll be using slash s in my data. Now there could be more than one space here, right, in your data. So to handle that scenario, it could be 0 or 1, 0 or more. It could, so that's why I'll be using star, or it could be 1 or more. You can use plus as well. So I can use plus as well here. Okay, so now I have a angle bracket here. If you see, now after that angle bracket I have my email id, then I have another angle bracket, closing angle bracket. So in between I can have any character here, right? So there is a expression called dot which matches any character except new lines. So dot, and it could be anything, like if I give star here, that means it will match a single character as well as more than one character, zero character, or more than one zero character as well. Okay, so now my angle bracket is ending over here. Then I have another space. Okay, it could be one or more space, then t. Okay, so by this regular expression, what I am matching is I am matching from this field to this t field. Okay, now if I use this regular expression here, field I'll say raw, because I have indexed the same data in Splunk. Okay, and Splunk does not create a new field because Splunk does not know what is how to extract the information from here. So that's why I'll be using the underscore raw field here to extract the information. If I give it here, let's see what it is saying. It is saying the command failed because it has to specify at least one named group. So for rex command to work, the regular expression you will be using has to have a named group over there. And what is named group? Named groups are basically whatever data you are extracting, you are giving a name, so that Splunk will create a field with the same name. Okay, and how to create a named group? So there is a option over here. If you see, capturing a group named Y, so within this bracket you have to give question mark, then P, and within angular brackets you have to give the name group name, basically the group name, and your regular expression. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll copy this expression somewhere in notepad. Okay, okay, now we will create the group, named group. Okay, so to do that, so first everything has to be within this bracket, including your regular expression. That's why I'm keeping inside regular expression as well, to extract my email ID inside this bracket. Then the same format, question mark, P, within angle bracket my group name, let's say form ID. Okay, so let's see my this expression is working or not. Okay, if you see here in the matching information, this newly group it has identified, and the group value is my from email ID, from this one. So if I use this one, now the regular expression has to be within double quotes always. Okay, use this one. Now it is failing. Regex will not have. Okay, okay, I have given a wrong parameter name. If I eld field equals to raw, and this one. Okay, now if you see here, it created this 4 form IDs as a new field. Okay, a similar way you can do it for the two field as well, so it will be very easier to build. So I'll just copy this regular expression. So 2 will start from, so I'll give it 2 ID, the name of the group, underscore ID, and it will start with 2. Let's test it out. Here. Okay, so if you see, it is matching the 2 ID with this 2 ID. The similar way I can use it as well. Again, another rex field equal, if I field equals to underscore raw, and then this one, so it can match with the 2 ID as well. If you see, it is matching with it created the new field with 2 ID, and you can always combine them as well. Okay, so if I give this whole regular expression now, let's test it out first. Okay, now if you see, it is creating a new group called form ID, it is creating a new group called 2 ID as well. So I am basically combining them together. So I'll just copy this one, and this time I'll be handling this with a single rex command. Okay, so the output will be same with all my form IDs and with all my 2 IDs. Okay, now you have to be very careful when you use regular expression with the field underscore raw, because the performance will be little bit slower side. So that's why it is always better to use regular expression on any other field except raw. But for this tutorial purpose, I am using this raw. Okay, now let's move on. Let's say I have a data like this, user underscore id, let's say Bob. Okay, there is a string called search, which is basically coming from my app name, from app, which app it is generating this log. And let's say saved search id, this is my saved search id name. So I want to extract 3 information from this one. One is this user id, my app name, and my saved search id. Okay, so let's build that regular expression. Similar way, I'll be starting with this string, right? It will match that string. Then I have a single equals to sign. Now for a single match, this one you have to use within curly brackets the number. Okay, so within curly brackets I'll give 1, so that means it will match a single equals to sign. Okay, then will have some words here, right? I don't want to match this one, because if I give dot star here, it will match everything. Okay, I don't want to give that. I want to give, it has to match only the words. So for that, if you see here this cheat sheet, so I think slash w is one word character. Okay, so and also I have to create the named group for this one as well. So similar syntax I'll be doing: bracket start, question mark, p, and then my angle bracket start with my group name user underscore id, right? And then my regular expression. Now this matches a single word, right? It could matches a one or more, that's why I'll give plus here. And then this one ends. So if you see here, it created a new group called user underscore id, and it's matching with Bob. Let's move on. Then I have a colon here, so I'll give the colon here. Then I will build a similar grouped expression for my for my app name as well. So bracket start, question mark, p, and then app underscore name, right? My group name. Then my regular expression similar way, slash w plus. Okay, this one, bracket end. Okay, so now if you see, my app name has been matched with my search. Let's move on. Colon. Now my save search id similar way, p, then my search id. Let's say I'll give the group name. Then again it has to match with word one or more, bracket end. Okay, this is my search id. So if I, let's say, if I have this data something like this, so this is how you create data in Splunk without indexing. So there is a command called make results. Okay, what it will do, it give you a current time. Then you can always do eval, let's say text is equals to that text. Okay, so now if you see, it will create a text field here. Now I will use my rex command. Rex, this time my field will be text, then my regular expression, and this will be my regular expression here. Copy, control B. Now let's see. If you see here, it creates a three new field: user id, then my search id, and then my app name, based on this one and based on this regular expression. Okay, so this is how rex command works. Okay, now rex command has two more inputs called max match. I think it's called max underscore match. Okay, and it has another input. I'm very bad in remembering the input names. mm, I think the field we discuss and offset field, we'll discuss those two things now. Okay, so before I move on to the said one, rex has another input called mode equals to said. Before that I discuss that, we will do this one. Let's say I have a credit card. I have a credit card number like this, 1234, like this. Okay, so now I want to match the digits of this credit card number. Okay, so now let's say, so first develop this regular expression quickly, and then we will see how max match works. So to match a single digit, let us see what is there in my cheat sheet. It is one digit slash d, right? So there will be slash d. Okay, so if you see, all matches it is doing, and then it has to repeat 4 times. Okay, now if you see, it is matching 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 0 1 and 1 2 1 3. Okay, now there is a dash as well. Okay, so this is my regular expression, and I have to give a name as well because I am going to use in my rex command. So let us give a name this one. So I'll do insert similar way, question mark p, and then within brackets I'll give digits, and then this one. Okay, now if I give my rex field equals to credit card number, similar, this is the one only I'm going to use. Let's see each and every digit first. Okay, so if you see here, it is basically identifying the first pattern here, the first pattern here. Here the max match comes into picture. So if I give 2, so it will match another one. Okay, with a multi-value, this is a multi, it will create a multi-value field. If I give 4, it will match all, right? So basically 0 means unlimited match, that means it will give you all. Otherwise, if you give any number, it will match the corresponding one. Okay, so this is the max match one, and there is a concept called offset field. And if you give a field name here, let's say new field. Okay, what it does, now if you see here, it creates basically a endpoints from the regular expression to your data. Okay, so what it is saying me is, it finds the first mapping of the regular expression, and it is always giving you the indexed values. Like suppose from my, if I give max match equals to 1, so my whatever regular expression I have given, the match is happening with this 1 2 3 4 first 4 digits. That's why it is identifying them as digits, and it is giving with this 0th, starting from the 0th index. That's why it is giving 0 1 0 2 3. If I give 2 here, so that's why 0 1 2 3, then 4 is a non-matching one because my regular expression is not matching the one, not matching this dash. Then it is again, it is starting from this 5 to 8. Okay, this is how this offset field works. I did not find any much use case out of it, but this is a very interesting field, or a very interesting parameter to know about it. You can get very much insight of your data, what it is, what the regular expression is extracting. Okay, so now let's move on quickly to the regular expression most useful use case called mode equals to said. So what if you give mode equals to said, what is happening, you can use it in two purpose. Okay, one is, let me copy that information, it will be very useful for you. So one is, when you are giving mode equals to said, the format of this regular expression has to be like this. Either you are starting with s or y, then you have to give slash. Okay, and when you are using s, that means you will be using the regular expression for your replacement purpose. Okay, that means whatever this regex is matching, it will replace that string portion with this replacement part. Okay, and flags means whether you want to use it, or basically replace it globally or for anything. In that case, this flag is important. And when you are using with y, that means you are basically doing a character substitution. In that case, whatever string 1 is there, it will match character by character, and then it will replace it. Okay, let's see couple of examples. So suppose on the same data, I want to mask this 1 2 3 4 this digit with xxx. Okay, so I can again find a regular expression. I'll use this my regular expression. So this is basically identifying these 4 digits, right? So now for mode equals to set, you do not need any name group name. Okay, you can directly use the regular expression. That's the concept. So mode equals to set. So I'll be doing the replacement part. So I'll start with s, then I have a bracket, then my regular expression within this digit, sorry, within this double quotes. Okay, and then my replacement string, let's say, sorry, it has to be without double quotes because double quotes I'm giving there, and then my replacement string with, let's say, xxxx. Okay, and then I want to do it globally. First let me show you the global effect. So okay, so now I'll be creating a new field. Okay, so I have to give the field name here. 1 minute. So field equals to this credit card number. Okay, and then this one, so it has to match with my digits, and each and every digit I want to replace with xxx globally. So if you see now, it is masking with this xxx, replacing basically with whatever it is finding a 4 digit, it is replacing with x. What if I want to just replace the first one? I'll give 1 here. So this is the third argument works like this. So it is either it works globally, or you can give any number over here to replace that portion only. If you see the first portion only. Okay, what if I want to match, or if I just want to keep the last portion, okay, and rest of the stuff I want to mask with xxxx. Okay, so in that case my digits has to, my this 4 digits pattern, and so that means I'll be basically finding this whole pattern, right? Now if you see this whole pattern, this is basically repetition of this pattern, right, 3 times. So this pattern is my 4 digit, then a dash, and then it has to have 3 1. Okay, and then I'll give globally. Let's see how it's working. It is okay. So okay, my this bracket will be here because this whole pattern I want to replace, and I'll replace with this xxxx, then xxxx, then xxxx dash. Okay, now if you see, it is finding these 4 digit patterns everywhere, and it is replacing with this string globally. Okay, so this is how rex command mode equals to set works with s. Now I'll give you a very simple example of the y one. So I'll remove this one. I'll say y. That means it is a character replacement. Okay, substitution basically. Let's say 1 2 3 4. Okay, I'll replace with xxxx. So what this expression will do, wherever it is finding 1. So first of all, let me show you the data. So this is my credit card information, right? So wherever it is finding 1, it will replace at x2, x3, x. Rest of the character it will not touch. So if you see here, fail to pass the replace by the list of characters. Let me see. Mode equals to set. Okay, it requires a slash here. If I show you the syntax, it requires a slash here as well. Okay, so if I run this one, if you see now, first 1 2 3 4 is there, all has been replaced with xxxx. It did not touch the second portion. Third portion, only one has been replaced. Even last portion, the same thing has been replaced as well. So this is how the whole rex command works. I think I'm overshooting the time. I'll continue this one in next video. See you in next video.